Hello, I'm Shennifr and welcome in. It is right at the tail end of July right now and it is hot. I think Cleo also agrees that it's hot. She's back there. I think it's like 98 degrees today, and honestly talking about temperature perfectly fits in with kind of the point of this video, and really it just comes down to summer. Learning to embrace it and appreciate it and honestly just kind of live in the moment a bit more. I actually took the time to do some journaling on my thoughts about why summer is so difficult for me. I have always been more of a summer endurer rather than someone who enjoys it. I don't tolerate heat very well. My energy levels tend to plummet, and it kind of has a tendency to leave me as a bit of a grouch anytime I have to leave the comfort of my own home, and I don't necessarily like that. And really, ever since getting into my 30s, I've tried to make a more intentional effort about living with the seasons, going with the seasons instead of just wishing it away. My favorite time of year is like September through January, I'd say. There's a big energy shift around that time of year, personal opinion. And I really like it. Despite that fact though, I am a heavy planner and journaler, you will come to find out very quickly. But I'm really trying to spend this summer leaning into being more mindful and appreciative of the seasons as they come. And, there is a lot to enjoy about summertime. And honestly, I think a great place to start when looking for inspiration is looking to nostalgia. And for me, that definitely is kind of like going back to imagining myself as a kid sitting on the swing with a grapefruit or a little paleta in my hand, and or the little SpongeBob ice creams with the little gum eyeballs. Oh my gosh, that's fun. Just to help keep you cool, right? And be refreshed whenever it's just really hot outside. And getting to hang out with my cousins and people that I cared about, maybe going to the local pool or even going to the beach or the river. And then, of course, going to the library and going through all the books, spending time in there, seeing what's going on, and then sneaking off to the local magic shop and just playing around and just having a good time, So, and I really got thinking about some of these activities and things that I used to love. And I was like, I do kind of do those sometimes, but as you get older, we realize that we have to kind of create that magic for ourselves. And so I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission to do that for myself. And I think a really great starting point with that is to make a vision board. Very specifically, a vision board of things that feel very emotionally tied to me, whether it be like the actual physical items that come to mind or journaling. So I like to blend the two. So that's something that I definitely want to do, because I don't know about y'all, but I am a huge visual person. And I was a Pinterest girl and a Tumblr girl through and through. I loved putting together and curating things that just instantly brought me into that mood. So I think a vision board is a great way to do that. And then also thought it'd be fun to just do some things that helped put me in the spirit of embracing summer, right? So there's a bread recipe that I really want to try, and also a mango sorbet recipe. It's like a coconut mango. Well, the recipe that I saw was just mango, but I want to put coconut milk in it to see how it is. Okay, so I thought it would be pretty cool to put together. I just saw a bug. Oh, there's a moth. Anyway, I thought it'd be pretty cool to put some of this into action, and we can do it together. I also put together a few journaling prompts. Yeah. And one of them actually is what I used to come up with the idea for the vision board, which is what routines sustain us during difficult seasons. And I mean, that can mean anything, right? It doesn't have to be a literal season. We all go through different waves in life where sometimes things are easier or more challenging, and I think it's good to reflect on that. So for me, I think making peace with the fact that I may not like all the aspects of summertime and really just kind of considering what I can do to make it more memorable and enjoyable and not something that I'm dreading or trying to like push past, because that's not the kind of life that I want to live. And if you're feeling the same way, I encourage you to do the same thing. I think I've seen a few people do this online, talking about living more intentionally as well. And it makes me so happy to see that, because it's been a really big thing that I've been doing for the past like year and a half. So I love to see it. I think it's a really good practice for us, especially given the state of the world. And the other prompt is, how do we intentionally cultivate joy? And I mean, you can do that through like nurturing and caring for yourself, but you can also do that through like networks and connections that you have with other people that you care about. And I won't get too deep into this right now, but I have, for my small business, Morrow's Whispers, which is a snail mail project that I do every season, which the intention was to help me live more seasonally and then to share that with others who have the same intention, right? I can link it below if you want to look more into it, but really the point of what I'm getting at here is this summer, the theme was mycorrhizal networks, and it was taking the fungi from these networks and the plants that they connect with, and really talks about how they support each other through like all different seasons. And it's like, we may not always have our strongest moments, but how can we nurture ourselves and our own roots to thrive, right? And to like take care of ourselves. So that's kind of what I'm trying to lean into, is like, okay, what kind of actions can I take here? And I think this is where the vision board comes into play. So let's make a vision board, shall we? Okay, so it has been a couple of days since I last picked up the camera, but say hi to Cleo. Hi, babe. Oh, she'll go, girl. That's a high head, but okay. Anyway, I was going through some of the footage and I was like, oh, I think I'd like to wrap this video up with chatting with y'all a little bit. Really, ever since I made that vision board and kind of started going through like, what are things that I liked about summer? What is something that genuinely made it memorable, enjoyable for me? And I was like, wait, I can do a lot of these things now. I don't have to just hate it and hope for autumn to get here as quickly as possible and get excited about Halloween, which I am very excited about Halloween, but I think there's a limit and that we should try to live semi-seasonally and try to embrace the moment. So that's what we're doing. That's really what I'm trying to grasp now. And I used to love making YouTube videos and used to love putting together little stories and capturing memories. And I want to do that again. And I want to do that intentionally. And so if you've made it this far in the video, thank you. Thank you for joining me. I have had a lot of fun making it. So I guess to tie everything all up in a nice little bow, I want to go back to the mycorrhizal network thing that I was talking about earlier in the video and what is really deep on my mind right now. I don't know, I feel sometimes when we're not feeling our best, or maybe we're going through it, got a lot going on, I think checking in with ourselves and checking in with our roots, whether it be like our routines and habits and things that nourish us, or the people and the memories and the connections that nourish us, checking in with that and trying to tap into it to be in the present and do something for yourself now. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do nowadays. If you're in the same boat as me, struggle with summer, I hope that you took something from this. And if not, I hope you enjoyed the vibes. I will let you know how the sorbet turns out. It was far too frozen to actually eat it, but I made some recipe cards for it. So I hope it is great and delicious. I love mango. I think I might actually print out those recipe cards. I think that'll be fun. So I'm going to do that. And then I have 2 orders that I need to fulfill and pack up to send off. So I will leave you here. Take care and we'll talk more soon.